And so here, I'm going to give you a spoiler. Hold up. If you don't want to hear a spoiler for what happened in that episode, I'll give you a second. Okay.
One day, master's degree. One day, PhD. One day, you will write books. One day, commercials. One day, the impossible, you will laugh at the impossible. You will look at the impossible and go, what was I thinking?
Hello, my spoiler alert friends. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. First, can I address the hat? Man, shout out to my wife, man. She got me new hats for my birthday. I got this one, gray one, a like tan and white one. And I'm just like, I'm liking the repping these jokers. What y'all think? Y'all gotta tell me in the comments. I'll be unveiling the other ones as time goes on, but I figured out where the red one first. Anyway, I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys tonight about, I guess we got 3 shows. Arknights, Don to Don, and Kaiju number 8. So, got another episode of Arknights, and again, I do like the show. It's so slow that like the vibe is just right for it to be something that's subbed and you gotta read. There's not a whole lot of talking going on exactly, so you're able to read and then look. But I will say it is, I think, helping me with my reading skills, because sometimes this stuff is popping up quick and I'm like, trying to read and watch at the same time. So it's good in that way. But again, the Japanese voices aren't, I say Japanese voices. I mean, hearing it in the language isn't deterring me on this show. It's still doing pretty good. I will say that it is, again, it's harder to follow and really get into the show because I'm having to read. And then if I miss something, I'm like, oh, let me rewind. And it's just harder to flow. But overall, still good. There's a lot of stuff happening and they're introducing new characters and new situations that you're like, obviously they're going to build on this stuff later. And so I'm just kind of waiting for that part to happen where it's like, oh, now dots are starting to connect. This character is connected to this character. And again, like I said in the episode before, it's really hard to connect with the characters when I'm reading the name versus hearing it and then like recognizing it that way. So again, just one of those learning curves that I'm gonna have to get over with subbed anime. But fortunately, I am still in my dubbed jams. Let's go, baby. So Don to Don, I started that back up. It was funny because I was mentioning all the shows that I was like watching or wanting to get back into, and Don to Don was one of the ones I forgot. And season 1 was one of my favorites of like the new shows that have come out. It was so good. So I'm watching season 2, and it's okay. It hasn't really drawn me in too much. I think it's hard. It's hard when you have so many good shows going at one time, because it's like, okay, if Kaiju number 8 wasn't happening right now, I would probably be all into Don to Don. But because Kaiju number 8 is happening right now and it doesn't have so many weirdos, like it makes it harder for me to be like, yeah, I'm going to watch Don to Don over Kaiju number 8, especially with my limited time, right? So basically what I just saw in Don to Don, they basically are in this pit with this giant earthworm that these villagers are worshiping as a serpent that controls a volcano that keeps them from dying. It is the wildest thing, dude. And I'm like, the way that they depicted these characters, like their skin is like this like gray, like sickly skin, and they're just super weird. And I was like, I don't even want to watch them. And so here, I'm going to give you a spoiler. Hold up. If you don't want to hear a spoiler for what happened in that episode, I'll give you a second. Okay. They were eaten. I was so glad because I was so annoyed with these characters. Like this whole time they had been over time. This clan, this family had been sacrificing people. So essentially, they've been catching travelers, bringing them to their home, and sacrificing them to this serpent that we then find out is a giant earthworm who's been eating them and is essentially a demon, and so that their village doesn't get destroyed. Just some crazy stuff. So again, the whole show is about like it's like there's the spirit realm and then there's aliens, and basically they're trying to fight all these different creatures. And so these elements are there, and it again, like I said, it's kind of hard to jump back and forth between Kaiju number 8 and then go to Dan, because there's such vastly different shows, in my opinion. They have some base elements that are similar, where it's like, all right, you've got these heroes, you got these people trying to do good, there's all this type of stuff. You got the base element there, but the presentation is completely different. So again, I still like Dan. It's just it's not sparking me in this season. So hopefully that changes, because the show was really good the first season. So hopefully they can get some of that back. I imagine they will. But I don't anticipate I'm probably going to get into it heavy for real until, honestly, it probably won't be until like winter, because we got Kaiju number 8 going right now. Then we got My Hero Academia, the new season, about to start up here shortly. And then you have, oh my gosh, why am I tripping? Demon Slayer. Then you have that starting up soon. So it's like, with those going, there's absolutely no chance that I'm going to be watching that. Like, I'm just be real with you. There is absolutely no way that I will be watching Dan over any of those shows I just mentioned. So we'll see. I think that, and shoot, next spring we got hopefully Awashi, but then also Blue Lock. So it's like, man, you had your moment. This summer was the time, but I don't think you punched it in. But again, I'll keep watching. I'll probably catch episodes sparingly here and there, but it's definitely not going to be my priority. I'm just letting you guys know that now. And then we got Kaiju number 8. So Reno has officially taken over Kaiju number 6. He is using the suit, and Kaiju number 6's ability is ice, it seems like, to drop the temperatures drastically and freeze its opponents. And something that we find out during the last episode is that essentially when they are wearing those suits, it amplifies basically everything, and the user's will is also amplified. So if you have a really strong will, and you have, like in Reno's situation, like this desire to be better and be stronger and stronger, it will push past the natural governors that your body has to stop you from going too quickly. So and that's what's essentially happened. He's pushing himself super hard. His muscles are tearing, his bones are fracturing, his legs broken, and it's all because he feels too weak because of all the things that have happened. When Kafka got taken away, when his other buddy got injured in a fight where he felt like he should have been able to take out the monster, but he couldn't. And he's like, I have to be stronger to protect my friends, which is a completely reasonable emotion I have. And then you have, okay, I'm going to give it to my guy. I can't remember his name. He's got the sharp teeth. He's not a hater exactly. At first I thought he was a strong hater when I was watching this episode. I'm like, oh bro, come on now. But it's not so much that he's hating on them, like he doesn't want them to do good. He just wants himself to do better. He's used to being really good at what he does, and being top of his class. And then once he gets there to the defense force, he realizes, wow, I'm kind of like mid on this scale. And these dudes are super good. Dudes and girls are super good. And I can't compete. I can't catch up. And so he's trying, through this episode, they're showing his struggles, his past, and then also, I guess, connecting that to Reno and being like, they're both striving so hard to get stronger. And I think ultimately it's just going to be that they got to work together and be a team. And I think they might end up having a nice little unit, because I could see the Sharp Teeth. I'm just going to call him Sharp Teeth. I can see him, until I at least figure out his name. I can see him being like a lieutenant for Reno once they're like, once they make it beyond this current stage, when they're now the captains and vice captains type of situation. So interesting, these were just kind of chill episodes, more just giving backgrounds on characters, which kind of helps with character development and the plot and storyline. So ultimately nothing too crazy, nothing too cool that I was like, oh snap, but it was still like, it was good. It was good to see the growth that's happening in the other characters and see them pushing for more. Hopefully next week we can see Kafka start to really adopt that Kaiju number 8 form and master it. Because again, they're about to have to do work if they expect to be Kaiju number 9. This dude is a monster. He's a monster, and he is literally just incubating and growing and getting stronger. Every moment that passes, that dude gets stronger, and they're gonna have a problem. So once I get more information, once we get next week, hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can get some action on Kafka's side and really get this thing going. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, make sure you drop them. Let's talk about these things, these episodes, all the gear, all the stuff. Let me know what you think of the gear. Like I said, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
One thing I know.